But the Russell, and I'm getting attacked right now by Seattle Seahawks fans. I want to let you know, I ain't worried about nothing with you little bum-ass boys coming after me from Seattle, okay? I want to let you know, I ain't worried about nothing. I observe and report here. Diana Rossini this morning basically reiterated the fact that the Russell Wilson situation, she even said, like, he's not happy with what they did in the offseason free agency-wise with the offensive line. It's like, okay, so bury the offensive line again. Like, it feels like this thing is still potentially working over there. I'm the bad guy for reporting that it is being reported, but the conversation seems to be very much alive still, AJ. That would be insane if that was to happen again.
Yeah, I mean, it's still alive, and let's see if we get to the draft. Like, what happens if Seattle uses its first 2 picks on defensive players, people that aren't going to really help bolster what Russ has been complaining about? Like, then we're really going to have an issue.
Can you imagine the day after Russ just posts a video of him just tapping his foot? Like Team 3 posts a video of them all just like just like with the super white guy gif where, you know, excuse me, that thing. What if that's what Team 3 does? It feels like Team 3 is talking to her potentially, and also she definitely had inside information that Seattle was doing stuff. It feels like she's pretty plugged in this situation. If she's reporting it, I think we are okay to chat about it, that it must be a real thing. Nobody expected that Chicago Bears offer to come public that it was, especially with the meeting in North Dakota. Him on a lot of teams, though, and we had this discussion a couple weeks ago, so we might as well revisit it now. Him on a lot of teams immediately makes it very exciting. Like, he is a player, you know, like that is why this is such a big conversation, and also probably why the Seahawks fans are getting so upset about me talking about things that are being talked about already.
So they're upset at you because you're reporting on what Rossini has said, but they're mad because they think that everything's all patched up and that Russ is going to be there and going to be happy?
They think that Russ is going to be a Seahawk. There's nothing that is, because he did say go Hawks in that other video and everything.
It's his contract. Isn't it his contract that's going to keep him from being able to get out of there?
$39 million next year, $26 million the following year, which would be a dead cap hit whether he was on the team or not on the team, traded. So if Seattle was to, let's say, get the Miami Dolphins 4 picks in the first 50 picks they have this year for Russell Wilson, and then maybe get Tua or something else, they could potentially rebuild that. They would, because how young the team would be. I guess they're just saying we'd be able to eat that $39 million. And if you have to eat $39 million next year and 26 the year after that, I would assume 3 ones over the span of the next 3 years, a fourth or a third rounder and 2 starters would be nowhere near enough if you had to eat that with the salary cap the way it is, which is what the Chicago Bears offered. So maybe the Bears just didn't make an enticing enough offer given the circumstance.
I guess with those, like with the dead cap numbers, are they able to use these, you know, the creative like void years once it's on the books? Is there a way to get away from that?
Yeah, I wonder if he could restructure the contract before he gets traded so that they can make the voidable years. I wonder. No, because if I don't know, because then if he restructures the contract, then the dead cap would have to change. Oh, man, I don't know. But if he restructures his contract and gives the next team more money than he was giving the Seahawks, didn't he not set them up for not having enough success to maybe bring in an offensive line or something? Like, it's just a never-ending circle right now that could potentially become a big old boom if he does get traded. What's up, Diggs?
So I wanted to clarify, the $39 million in dead cap is if he's traded this year, pre 6-1, all 39 is this year. Post 6-1, it's $13 million this year and $26 million next year.
Oh.
If he's traded next year, say he plays this season with Seattle Seahawks, it's $26 million total. Pre 6-1, $26 million next year.
Oh, so it's not 39. It's a
13.
combination of 39 or a combination of 26.
Correct.
Oh, so it's much different now.
It's either 39 if he's traded this season, or $26 million if he's traded next year.
Yeah.
Well,
so
spread out though. Yeah, it would be designated post
13.
June 1.
Yeah,
and you could eat $13 million in dead cap, and then I guess what you could try to hey, we're gonna eat the 13 this year, and we're gonna figure out what to do with the 26 next. How do you do that?
Yeah, we're gonna make it a voidable thing, and then we'll get some comp picks. They'll figure out how to do that. That's a lot different than 39 and 26, which I thought that was my understanding. That's much different. If it's only 39, okay, it still stinks. Like, hey, let's not it stinks to not have $26 million, but allegedly the salary cap next year, which is when the $26 million would hit them because the 13 would hit them this year, the salary cap's supposed to be going up and they're supposed to have a lot of money. So maybe the 3 firsts wasn't timely enough. Maybe the Dolphins we have the picks now is better. I don't know. What do you think it's going to take to get them?
I don't know, but who is going to replace Russell Wilson if he's not in Seattle? They have to have that plan.
Well, that's maybe why they met up there in Fargo, North Dakota. And that's why I think Shefty said, wait until we see the draft on who they pick and what they got going on, if they make any moves. Wouldn't you want to have those picks going into the draft, though?
Yeah.
You'd think.
That's why the Dolphins are so enticing, because they can get a quarterback in the
Right
future
now, by the way,
immediately.
they can go up to 2.
Yeah.
If they could potentially go up to 2 with what they have and get whoever they want if they get to 4 within the 50. Now, Jacksonville, I believe they're all in on Trevor Lawrence. You're not going to be able to get to 1. But much like the Washington football team did to the St. Louis Rams after Andrew Luck got drafted, they can move up to 2 and make their play. And they got Robert Griffin III, obviously, who would be the number 2 overall. Now that's the question for everybody.